If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. Here's what Nicki Minaj has to say about the Grammy Awards. As they do their ritual tonight, God Almighty will reveal himself to them. The ritual will backfire on them. God will not be mocked. Blessed is the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Every tongue that raises up against me in judgment shall be condemned and put to shame. Watch. Now, the cold-blooded part about that is this right here. She speaks so badly about the Grammy Awards, but then in another tone and at another time, all she wanted was a Grammy.
I know eventually in my career I'm gonna have Grammys, but in terms of me and my career, the Grammys is everything. It's the only thing. In terms, a music artist, like it's what you live for. It's what this is what you work for.
Y'all see what I'm saying? You see how she pancake? You see how she flip-flop? Now, we got to understand that Nicki Minaj has been nominated 12 times. 12 for a Grammy. And ain't won nan time. So she continues on her rant. She say, your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of blood sacrifice to their God. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up. So, I gotta ask you, Nicki Minaj, how long have you been knowing this stuff? Why are you just now telling us this stuff? You've been in the game for a long time. Now all of a sudden you mad and you upset because you ain't getting your way. Now you want to expose the game now all of a sudden? But if you would have got your Grammys and all that old type of stuff, we never would have known about this stuff. And the cold-blooded part about it is that I believe that Nicki Minaj really do believe this stuff is true. I don't believe it. I'm not that far along in my walk to be believing stuff like this. Some of y'all do. Look, I'm not there. I don't think I'll never get there. But here it is. Nicki Minaj, she really believes this stuff. And she's talking about Jesus Christ and look, let me tell y'all why I say I believe she believed what she is saying. Because her Grammy Award performance in 2012 was of a satanic type demonstration. Look, better yet, I hope they allow me to show y'all this video. Check it out. Now, I believe she really thought in her mind that if she catered to, being a part of demons and, Satan and stuff like that, that she would get her Grammy. She was willing to sacrifice, you see, for a Grammy. But they still turned her down. Now she upset. Now she mad. She mad at Lizzo. She mad at Cardi B because they got Grammys. And she ain't got one. Now, let's move on to her beef with Jay Z. She says, imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out here with a 16-year-old in this day and age, and how y'all would have his head on a platter. The guy was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll get on the owner of the Shade Room and more. And then she posted a picture of Jay Z and Aaliyah. Are y'all understanding that these people will be sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power? If you ever vote Democrat again, you're just as soulless as they are and will perish. Maybe it's time for me to do some story times, since I was trying to not say what I know, yet they continue to attempt bullying. Now, do y'all hear what she just said? So basically, she telling us like, hey, look, I been knew about this stuff, but since they bullying me, now I'm finna expose it. Now, let's get into the pictures that she posted about Jay Z and Aaliyah. Now, in this picture, you can see obviously that Jay Z age is 26 and Aaliyah age is 15. And the picture was taken in 1996. So, for somebody who's a fanatic fan of Nicki Minaj, you would take this at face value and you would say, look, see, Jay Z out of pocket. Oh my God, he's dating a minor. Oh. You would go crazy, right? But all it takes is a little bit of research to debunk this whole demonstration, right? But before we do that, let's look at one more picture. And in this picture, you will see Jay Z and Aaliyah, and she would say, child predator. You see how she's trying to implicate that this man right here is a predator? And to her fans, to the barbs who don't do research, they will believe this woman. But not old hood educated and not the residents and the guests here. We hood educated, not lame related. So now let's get to the facts. Aaliyah was born January 16th, 1979. Now, I don't proclaim to be a mathematician or nothing like that, but I do know how to add and subtract. I know a little multiplication. Catch me on a good day, you know what I'm saying? I might know a little algebra. I might even know a square root or two. You understand what I'm saying? I might know a little bit of division, right? But this is easy right here. So now again, Aaliyah was born January 16, 1979. So if that picture was in 1996, Aaliyah wouldn't be 15, she would actually be 17. Now I know some of y'all saying, hey, hood educated, it don't matter, she's still underage, bruh. 17 and the man 26, she's still underage. But what I'm trying to show y'all is that even they false calculations is wrong. And Nicki Minaj, I mean, you would have thought that she would have seen that and not posted this madness. So let's continue on. When we get to the facts, both of these pictures that you see Aaliyah with Jay Z in are from 2000. Both of these pictures are at a party, a P. Diddy party nonetheless, right? They called this party a big pimpin' party. It was a weekend long party, 2 days, July 2nd, July 3rd. And that's why you see the different clothing and things like that. But it was in the same year of 2000. So let's do a little bit of math. If Aaliyah was born January 16, 1979, in the year of 2000, she would have been 21 years old. So even if her and Jay Z was messing around during that time, she would have been of age. But not only that, she even debunked the fact that her and Jay Z was dating. Why? Because she was dating Jay Z's homeboy at the time, Damian Dash.
Good to see you. Great.
See, they forgot I was here now. They came in for
We
Trump.
still love you, Mr. President.
Where did that go fast?
I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's gonna motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Cold-blooded demonstration. I'm talking about. Look. Before I proceed, allow me to say this right here, right, y'all. And I gotta put this out here because I have hood-educated residents and guests from the Democratic Party and from the Republican Party. Listen, check this out. And politics, listen, y'all. Politics is almost, no, I ain't gonna say, politics is like gangbanging. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking gang banging. Politics is like gang banging. When you find, if you a Democrat and you find out one of your homeboys is a Republican and they start demonstrating Republican views, oh no, I mean, I'm talking about friendships, relationships, family members depart from this type of stuff. Listen, politics is serious. It's for real. And I gotta let the hood-educated residents know and the guests know, listen, check this out. If you a Republican, hey, look, man, that's what you do. If you a Democrat, hey, man, that's what you do. If you are independent, hey, man, look, that's what you do. But please, right, don't mistake my unfolding with y'all. The demonstrations that I lay down, please don't confuse them with me being a Republican, an independent, or a Democrat. I'm neutral. I'm neutral, y'all. And look, let me show y'all how cold-blooded that politics is. Because I'm neutral, some people mad about that right now. Some of y'all watching me right now like, you neutral? Oh, hell no, man, I'm unsubscribing, man. I thought you was a Democrat. Are you neutral? You ain't a Trump fan? Oh man, I thought you was a MAGA, man. Come on, man. I ain't fucking with hood no more. Some of y'all, and y'all, come on now. Y'all know I ain't lying. Some of y'all mad because I'm like, I'm neutral. Because everybody wants everybody to view things the way that they view things. And with me, I'm not like that. Listen, I'm a free thinker. I might agree with some of the Democratic, some of their viewpoints. I might even agree with some of the Republican viewpoints, the independence viewpoints. But understand, listen, I'm up to my neutral. I'm not, listen, y'all, don't get mad at me for being neutral. I know some of y'all is. Don't get, all right, look, let me get into Nicki Minaj. Can I do that? Can we do that, y'all? Let's now, let me say this. Nicki Minaj is what we call a pancake, right? When I was coming up, say if you a vice lord and then you moved to a whole nother neighborhood and then you turned it to a GD, we called that a pancake. You flipped, right? You a flipper. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what Nicki Minaj is. She's a pancake. And when you're dealing with somebody that's a pancake, you can't trust them up here or right here. Because they don't even understand where they're going. Wherever they get into some place, hey, look, and if it's good over here, they're going to flip to that. If it start getting bad over there, they're going to flip to something else. That's what pancakes do. That's why they are not to be trusted. And in this situation, I'm finna show y'all clear-cut proof, as clear as day, that Nicki Minaj is a pancake. Check it out.
Get your motherfucking feelings hurt, but it's old motherfucking K. Cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch, and Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego? Well, fuck you, nigga.
Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm talking about complete disrespect for Donald Trump. Can't stand him. I'm talking about Barack needed a Michelle. Bill needed a Hillary. What y'all want to be like? Stuck like Melania? Whew, disrespectful. Even disrespect Donald Trump's wife, saying that she's stuck and called her brainless. Yeah, she wasn't, and this is 2018. Yeah, she couldn't stand Trump. Dogged his wife. You see, people ask her about Trump. She had an attitude about it. You see? But now she needs something. You see what I'm saying? She needs something. Oh, y'all don't know what I'm talking about? Check it out. Residency. The cope is coping. Finalizing that citizenship paperwork as we speak, as per my wonderful, gracious, charming president. Thanks to the petition. I wouldn't have done it without you. Oh, Citizen Nicki, you are the moment. Gold Trump card free of charge. What she's talking about, after she started supporting Trump, a lot of people filed a petition to say deport Nicki, right? Deport her back to her country, which is Trinidad and Tobago, right? And so she's saying because of that, Trump is granting her citizenship by way of giving her this gold card. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. But the cold-blooded part about all this is this right here. I would like to bring your attention to a 2018 post of Nicki Minaj. And she said, I came to this country as an illegal immigrant at 5 years old. I can't imagine the horror of being in a strange place and having my parents stripped away from me at the age of 5. This is so scary to me. Please stop this. Can you try to imagine the terror and panic these kids feel right now? And here's a picture of what she's talking about. You see what I'm saying? That sounds like a person that is against what is happening right now. Now look, Republicans, calm y'all ass down. Alright? I already told y'all that I'm a free thinker. I already told y'all that. Now calm down, because we gotta deport them. Look, calm y'all ass down. Alright? Now, but look, now Nicki, she was upset about that. I'm talking about y'all seen what she said? These kids are being torn away from their families and this. I'm an illegal immigrant. Huh? Yeah. She admitted I'm an illegal immigrant. That's what she said. You see? And so now all of a sudden, it's almost like she's saying, fuck it. I'm finna be legal. So fuck what's happening to them kids being torn away from their family and stuff like that, because now I'm about to be a citizen, so I don't care what's going on with them. Not only that, but she even went over to the side that's demonstrating deportations and stuff like that is snatching kids away from their parents and sending parents all the way over here to Mexico and other countries and stuff like that away from their kids. She about that now. You see? And the reason why she's about that now is because of this right here. It's simple and plain. She ain't got to worry about being snatched from her parents or anything like that. You see? She ain't got to worry about that. So now she ain't got to worry about it. It's fuck everybody else that do. Check it out. Now, the Trump administration has came out and said that Nicki, that right there, that gold card that Trump gave you does not fast track you to citizenship of the United States. You're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, just like everybody else. And another thing is this right here. We gotta understand something. when the Democrats get back into, power and stuff like that, a lot of the stuff that Trump is doing, they're going to eradicate that. And so all this fast tracking immigration and all this stuff that he's trying to do, they're going to eradicate all that type of stuff. I'm telling you. So, Nicki Minaj, go ahead and do it the old fashioned way, do it how everybody else got to do it. And that way you can get your citizenship. You see what I'm saying? I mean, people are cold-blooded. And the reason why I have a problem with this is because of this right here, y'all. It has nothing to do with her political stance, right? It has nothing to do with her being a Republican or being a sympathizer of Republicans. It has nothing to do with her being a sympathizer with the Democrats. It has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with me, what I don't agree with, is the morality. Where's your morals? Where's your principles? Where's your humanity? You see, that's what I got a problem with. If I'm standing on something that is inhumane, there's not a party or a person or nothing in this world that can cause me to turn from what is right. You see what I'm saying? Nothing. If I'm standing on something, right? And I'm going against people treating people inhumanely, I'm treating people bad, oppressing, you see, applying pressure, that's just like, okay, for an example, right? I despise people that beat animals, right? When I see people beat cats, dogs, treat them wrong, don't feed them, starve them, stuff like that, I want to fight them people. Sometimes I don't like that. I do not like that. I despise. I hate. You heard what I said? I'm talking about H-A-T-E. I hate men and women who abuse children. Can't stand them. Where they at? We can go where they at right now and demonstrate. Yeah. However, with them type of people. Why? Because these are innocent children that can't fight back. Helpless. And here you are, grown, got muscles, got strength, got sense, and you gonna use all your power and authority to abuse someone or an animal that is helpless? There's nothing that you can do or put me in a position to make me say, you know what, I don't care about that, man. Y'all go on here, Y'all abusing them kids over there. Y'all starving them kids. Hey, man, go on here. I don't know. I used to care about that. I don't care about it no more. And there's nothing because I stand on morals and principles. And y'all do too. I might got a couple in the audience that's just probably trolling and probably don't care about nothing. But for the hood educated residents and guests that has a conscience, y'all care about that too. You see? And so for her to care about that, she wrote that and said, hey, look, they tearing the kids away from the family. That's a horrible thing. Who wants to be torn away from their family? Imagine that. Imagine it. You 5-6 years old and you don't see your mama no more. Some people come in with guns and stuff like that, take your mama and your father. You see, these are the people that you grew to love. These are the people that nurtured you. When you couldn't even take care of yourself, they took care of you, bathed you, fed you, took care of you when you were sick, clothed you. You see what I'm saying? Made you happy, made you sad. Some of your best experiences is with your mother and father, right? They teach you how to be a mother and a father. You see? And then some people with a gun just come in and just take your mother and father and you don't see them no more. Now you gotta live with auntie or somebody else or whatever. Listen, it's nothing like having your mother or father in your life as a child until you grow up to an adult. So for those of you who are blessed, listen to me when I say this. For those of you who are blessed to have a mother and a father in your life until a grown up and to be around them until they transition, hey, consider yourself blessed. Don't take that for granted. Because there's a lot of us, we don't know what that means. We don't know how that feels. You see? For an example, me, it messes with me right now today. Because I know I never know what it's like to have a father. Never. I'm going to transition without me knowing what it is to have a father. My father. I don't know what that's like. And see, some people, brothers, sisters, that go through that don't grow up with a mother or father, right? We kind of like get upset about that demonstration. And then, we have kids and stuff and we say, I don't care neither. I ain't had one, hurt people. But what I did with that right there, because that hurt me so much as a youngster, that I didn't have my father, and I wanted my father so bad that I told myself as a youngster, I said, when I grow up, whenever I have me some children, I'm always gonna be there. Because I don't want to put my children through what I went through. You see? Because I know what that did to me. You see? I know what it did to me. It fucked me up. I needed that. I needed a father. It fucked me up. You see? So, and being that I know that, ain't nothing a person can do to keep me away from my children. Nothing. I don't care. Nothing. I'm going to be in my children's life. There's nothing that nobody can do about that. The only way, look, I want to be in my children's life so much. The only thing that be hurting me sometimes is that I know one day I got to transition, you know what I'm saying? Because all of us got to go through that. I be thinking like, damn, I ain't going to be here to protect them. What if somebody try to do something? What if somebody try to, harm them or anything? I'm not going to be here to protect them. So I teach my kids, how to be tough. So that when I'm gone, they can protect themselves. And not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. You see what I'm saying? So listen, if you got your mother and your father, man, y'all blessed. Y'all blessed, man. Go hug them. Go hug them, man. And just thank them for the sacrifices. Thank them for taking care of you, nurturing you. You see, thank them. And love them for that right there. Respect them. Because everybody don't know what that's like. Now, back to Nicki Minaj. She understands that. She understands it. She said it out her mouth. In the text that I just showed y'all. And for her to go against that, I lost respect. A great artist, yes. Good music, yes. Can rap her ass off, yes. Beautiful sister, yes. All that. But that's nothing if you ain't got morals. This is Hood Educated, not Lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.